late again. But it's your fault because you've been tired because you haven't been getting a lot of sleep.
Whoa, what the hell?
I'm thinking it's your fault, not mine.
What up, y'all? I'm back.
Mario's back. I'm so glad. He had to take a couple weeks off to go ahead and, help his wife take care of herself and the newborn.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that messaged me, text me, call me.
Here we are again.
DM
Here we
me,
are again for Token Tuesday.
For my new baby. Thank you very much. To my beautiful wife, I love you.
Yes, we're late because that's what we do, but it's Token Tuesdays, and here is the place where we toke herb.
Talk a lot of shit.
He talks more shit than I do.
I talk a lot of shit, though. I talk a lot of shit.
I normally teach folks about all things dope. We are
I teach folks how to talk shit.
How to talk shit. Super excited about today's show. In fact, we have a really special guest. He's my friend. We grew up down the street from one another.
626 representative.
626. And he's a well-known MC, father, husband, podcast host, an all-around great person. Really, really excited to have him on the show today. My man,
Trek Live. What up, Trek?
But before we get to that...
Thank you.
Before we get to that, we always want to make sure that we thank all the folks that make this possible.
That is EBK. All of our sponsors.
All of our sponsors. Let's start with EBK.
Go ahead.
EBK CBD, right? This is ancient medicine for the modern consumer.
For the modern consumer.
Tell us about EBK Apothecary, Mario.
Oh, you can go get anything you want there.
How does CBD help you?
It helps me day by day get through.
Get through, just like that.
Especially with a new baby.
It's about the absence of things, right?
It gets me through.
Yes.
It got me off 11 pills, actually, so.
Hey, again.
Modern medicine.
Off of 11 pills via Full Spectrum CBD. Visit www.ebk-cbd.com for all of your cannabis needs. To be honest, if you need some THC, visit clubkindness.org and we'll get you that too. Our other sponsor is Maitri. Shop Maitri. Maitri Kids is a clothing line. They have these positive messages on their clothing that encourage activism.
They're actually pretty cool. I love them.
Really cool,
I want one, but
You can't fit it. You're not a kid. You can't fit it. 8% of all the proceeds go back to a benefiting charity.
You wear one all the time. You're not a kid.
But I can fit it. I'm little.
Whatever.
I can still wear my high school cheerleading outfit, too.
Here we go, guys.
All right. ShopMyTree.com.
Oh, you know what? And if you use my coupon code, the Backpack Guy, you'll get a little discount. So follow that up. We'll put it up on the page, too.
We'll make sure we put that up. The Backpack Guy.
Yep.
Get a discount, EBK-CBD, and Maitri. Kids. Wonderful. All right, let's get into this because we got a lot to talk about.
We do. We got a lot to talk about.
A lot happened over the last week.
A lot.
So, and Trek Life, like he's not a stranger to the camera, to the stage, and to really talking about things that are happening. So let's bring him on to talk about the news with us. Y'all ready? Welcome.
What's going on, Trek?
What up, folks? What's going on? Thank y'all for having me, man. I'm hyped.
I actually watched a lot of your videos and be like, man, this guy's really good. So, I got to get some pointers up there,
What? Yeah, because...
Oh, word.
I'm telling you. We had a talk last night, remember?
Yeah, seriously. He's making us better MCs. I'm considering myself like the mistress of ceremonies in the cannabis game now. So.
Whatever.
Kill it. Continue to kill it the same way.
Kill it, girl. Kill it.
All right, look, let's
Kill
talk
it,
about the
girlfriend.
news, though. Thank you. Let's talk about the news now, though. There's a lot of stuff going on. Everybody wants to talk about the election. But let me first ask you, Trek, how has your week been?
You know what, man? Busy. We work from home. It's busy with kids. It's not it's not like before when I would drop my kids off and I do my day at home and be like, oh man, I might watch some TV before I go to work. Now it's like
24/7.
It's extremely busy.
I'm prepping
but it's fulfilling though.
Before I go to work and then saying, psh, when I look to the left and go, hold on.
I'll be right back.
Right. I mean, my day is filled with pay attention. I'm typing. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole day.
How many times do I say that throughout the day?
But you're not nice about
it. Pay attention. No, I'm not nice about it. I am not nice about it.
No, you're not. You're like
They're
teacher
my
mode.
kids.
Teacher mode, though. Teacher mode mom. It's like,
teacher mode mom. He's heard that. He has heard that. We'll talk about that when we talk about the family room because he heard me in straight teacher mode.
Oh, man.
And
that's
mom
crazy.
mode.
Correct.
I call her Ozzy.
And mom mode.
All right, so let's talk about what's in the news. I don't want to talk about the election.
No, I don't want to talk about it either.
I just want to say congratulations to Madam VP Harris. Very happy to show my daughter a woman who will potentially sit in the White House that looks, like her a little bit. But I'm going to wait because I'm going to wait to see what happens. I don't want to put any energy into it, and I don't want to feel that. What I do want to talk about are the 6 states who legalized cannabis. Yay!
Was it 6 or 5?
Okay, it was 5. But what
Oregon
That
decriminalized,
was
right?
stoner mode right there.
That
That
was
was
a stoner
stoner mode.
celebration. It was a little bit on delay. Yes.
So what? Number 1 was Arizona.
All right, so we got Arizona, Mississippi, Montana, New Jersey, and South Dakota.
What does South Dakota know about growing weed, though?
But you know what? What they do know is how to consume it because we've been doing it since the beginning of time.
True.
And they finally got progressive enough to
Probably some
realize
veggie.
that they could benefit as a state financially, they could benefit their citizens, and let's just get on board with this.
It's probably Reggie.
It's probably Reggie, but that's not the point. Those 5 states legalized. Okay, medical or recreational, which we like to call it Club Kindness adult use, not recreational, because we believe that all cannabis consumption is, in fact, medical consumption. It's just about the intention of the consumer. But let's talk about Oregon, because they confuse the shit out of me, and I want to know what you think about them.
They got a good.
About them
college team.
decriminalized?
About Oregon. Okay, so first they're like, what? The last state in the nation to let black people in, doing all these things, super racist, which we
Right.
might otherwise identify as conservative politics, right? But because they're so white, they also have this sort of
Whoa.
well, I mean, this is my show. Listen.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Because they're so white, they also have this
How
this
white are they?
liberal privilege.
How white are they?
How white are they? So white. Don't. You gotta come down.
Pendleton and
say something, but I
and
can't.
cutting down trees way
There it is.
and smoking trees
You
way.
said Pendleton and cutting down trees. White.
Oh,
You heard
I
it
was
here,
thinking
folks.
I was going to say
All right.
something totally different, but you know.
I'm gonna tell you why Oregon confuses me. It's that history and how they moved so progressively forward with decriminalizing cannabis, which is necessary nationwide and globally. And then saying like, yo, let's also introduce psilocybins for therapy.
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
conservative, progressive conservatism? What is this? I don't understand this.
Sounds like a fun
Well,
state.
I think it's the state being the state smash between Washington and California. Like you're gonna have to adapt at some point and or suffer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really think that they just try to overstep and heavy step. Plus, I mean, Oregon, where it's had this real weird conservatism, really that applies more to race than anything
Yeah.
else. They are a hippie, a known
Yes,
hippie
yes.
spot. You know what I'm saying?
Everywhere you go, pretty much.
So
I heard.
I'm not completely shocked by it, but it's weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
It has to be weird, though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm confused by it. It's like this liberal, progressive, privilege, but mixed with conservatism. But is that conservatism only as a result of a lack of access to any other cultures because of their history?
Well, it's in Northern California. Not Northern California. It's in Frisco, et cetera. But Northern conservative California was also still a hippie area, because what is not really discussed about that Woodstock hippie area is there were places and hippies that still wanted to escape other races. They wanted to be like, be able to be comfortable white hippies, not just hippies that were inclusive.
That's it.
So, you have your Oregon areas that were sort of like that. So I'm not, again, I can see how they got
Yeah,
here
for sure.
in 2020. I can see how they got here and still have the little backlog of nonsense that they were into racially.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna spark one up for the hippies.
So he's going to spark one up for the hippies. I love it. Now, we're going to get into this, like your education, your background, and how you can speak so eloquently and so wisely about this topic matter, which is, I'm going to pull some of this out of you today. I'm prepared for this because I've listened to your shows. I've watched your shows. I've been on your show. And I'm really looking forward to picking that brain of yours, that brilliant mind. So let's move a little bit forward. What we skipped over that I didn't even realize is we didn't tell people who are here, like, what's on the bar.
Oh.
And that's really important. So at Club Kindness, what we do is we teach new consumers how to use cannabis as a part of what we call a cannabis inclusive wellness practice. And so every week we introduce products that have helped us in some way or another. I'll tell you, in conjunction with the election and the stress of COVID and the last 8 months of our lives and doing what you are doing, which you just mentioned, working from home and also pretty much homeschooling, I have I have had a lot of trouble sleeping lately, and that's not my normal. I don't have trouble
Edibles
sleeping.
have helped you a lot.
Edibles help me, but I use them. I microserve edibles during the day for pain management. I smoke because I enjoy the mental relief. But in this busyness, sometimes you get away from the practice that you should have. So this week I was having a real hard time sleeping.
I think she could outsmoke me.
I cannot outsmoke him. I went straight heavy. I went with this Pro Tab. Let's talk about the Pro Tab Indica.
Those are good.
Okay, this right here is quality medicine. So every tab, you can put it under the tongue. It doesn't taste great, but it's got a quicker onset if you do it that way. These are 10 milligrams per tab. You can just swallow it, drink it with your drink. Indica, very effective. I do not suggest this for new consumers. I did one of these, and I did the ABX Sleepy Time Cannabis Soft Gels. These are 5 milligrams
That's
per
because you're living La Vida
soft
Loca.
gel. I'm living
Look
La
at
Vida
you.
Loca. I couldn't sleep. My mind was racing.
Good Lord.
I took 2 of these with that. So that is 20 milligrams of a heavy sleep indica cannabis. I'm going to tell you,
How'd that go with
I don't remember shit from that night.
how'd it go with
I
that little how'd it go with that little glass? Did it mix pretty good?
But it did help me sleep. I slept so well. I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh, thank you. Like, thank you to the Most High. Thank
Actually,
you to
you know what?
cannabis. Thank you for
When I overdo
that
it on,
medicine.
when I eat the edible, the whole one.
You
I'm not
sleep
supposed to.
really
Oh,
well.
the best sleep
You
ever.
sleep really well. And so cannabis suppresses the dream state,
And,
which is
and
why
Angel, my wife, she knows too. She's like, "What did you eat?"
because you didn't move all night or
Yep.
quicker,
She's like,
right?
you be out. It's like, yep, I love it.
This is why it works so well. It suppresses the dream state, and so that's why it's so effective for PTSD veterans and so forth. So it really helps our bodies to relax. And I want to give a shout out to ABX and ProTab. But lastly, really quick, I got to talk about PAX because y'all know yesterday I hosted the PAX Sundays event, and this little guy right here, this is a smart vaporizer, as in it charges wirelessly. It's smart. There's an app. You can tell it what level to heat up to and how much flavor extraction you want to get. It's dry herb, the bottom of it. You just pop it in there.
Can you put concentrate in it?
This shit is dope. No, you cannot put concentrated in it. It's for flour.
All right.
Okay. You turn it on right here. Heats up, vibrates. Just a dope ass thing. I want to give a shout out to Pax Vapor. All right. So
Nice.
yes, that's what's on the bar.
Yo, Pax,
we always
let's do
want
a
to.
concentrate one. Holla at me.
He's holler at him. Holler. He said holla. I said
Do that.
Holla at me.
whole word like this.
No, oh, whatever. Remember that text yesterday.
All right.
Whatever. I don't want to hear it.
Anyways, I just want to make sure that people are checking out clubkindness.org. Look for responsible brands. If you're consuming cannabis, know what's in them, know where they come from, know the source, and that they're tested. And if you have questions, you can always set up a free consultation. I want to talk specifically to my guest, though, now
Oh, yeah, that's right.
about...
Our Reggie of the day. Because we've been talking about Reggie all day.
That is so hilarious.
So,
we want to know, you know what Reggie of the day is, right?
well, okay, first
Yes.
he knows what
I'm
Reggie
just
is.
saying.
What's Reggie? What's
I'm
I'm just
Reggie?
saying. We have to get everybody's perspective when they're on here. Like, what is Reggie?
It's Bammer Weed, but basically, and it's also my actual birth name, so that's pretty funny.
Oh,
Yes, his name is
I
Reggie.
know.
Yes, we
we
weren't
were
sure.
trying to.
We weren't sure if you wanted us to tell the people what your actual name was, but
Oh no! You know, it's the abbreviated version, but still, it's hilarious,
Hilarious though,
to
right?
go to the East Coast and people say they're smoking Reggie, and I'm like, why does my name have to be synonymous with bad
no,
weed?
it's
just-
just
you
like
just walk like that?
smoke me up.
Man, are you serious?
So every time we have the show, we always have to talk about a Reggie of the day because these are the folks who are in cannabis, whether they be ancillary or touching or within the industry specifically,
Just
who
something pretty
take us
fucking
back
stupid.
in time to that badass weed.
Just pretty stupid.
Pretty fucking
Right.
stupid.
Pretty
okay.
fucking stupid.
So
Sorry.
what recently happened is the Federal Bureau of Investigations
Dun dun dun.
raided Compton Council member's home, Isaac Galvin, and
Wow.
San Bernardino Planning Commissioner's Gabriel Chavez's office because they got information,
City of Baldwin Park.
credible information.
It was in the city of
Well,
Baldwin
it was
Park.
the City of Baldwin Park Attorney General or attorney who went in and basically they were getting like bags of cash and brown paper bags. This was a report they received, and so they went into their homes and businesses searching. What do you think about that?
And
Reggie of the
they were doing this
day.
for license. So they were doing this, taking cash for licenses.
Yes,
Correct.
that's
For,
the.
for people to be able to open up.
What's it called when you accuse someone they're not guilty yet? That's the.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yes.
Fucked.
Allegedly.
That's what I say. They're fucked.
Okay, well, one, you know, now it's out in the open.
Yeah.
Because we all know it's happening. We all knew it was happening. It was happening
just a
before
matter-
it was legal.
matter of
That's
time.
how. Yeah, it's been happening since the beginning of time. You try to figure out how you can call the police or whatever if you do so, or let Crime Stoppers know about the dope in your neighborhood, and nothing happens. It's because the mayor or somebody is getting some bread to make sure that block is left alone. So now we're doing it in a legal sense.
You heard it here.
Man, I'm not shocked.
That is so true.
I'm just not shocked at it. And to be honest with you, it also shows that there might be an issue with licensing as well.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, to look at it the other way, it might be like, look, why are people choosing this route? What are the issues that are affecting people who are attempting to get cannabis licenses? Why would they choose a route, so dangerous to their business?
So let me say this: like, this is not you're not necessarily you're not in the cannabis industry, right? Full disclosure, you don't work in the space. You have consumed. It's a part of your culture and lifestyle, but it's not what you do. You're not researching this. But you still have this analysis. So let me be clear. Anybody who follows Club Kindness or knows what I talk about, we have a real issue with licensing in the space. We have a real issue with social equity and the balance of how this should be and where money is being made and how money can continue to be made and whose backs it's being made on. So we have a real issue with that. And
We argue every week about this.
all the time.
Every week about this.
Because of the whole license versus non-license, like unregulated versus regulated market.
Paying
And-
taxes?
Yeah, I'm not
He's
paying,
on
he's
the
not paying
black market.
taxes. And I'm like, but you're
He's on
sending
the
us
black
back.
market.
So, I mean, y'all, look, Drake is saying, like, he's not
I'm just
surprised.
saying.
This isn't new. No, this isn't.
It's not new. It's not new. I mean, it goes back further than anybody can ever, if you want to go. How far back do you want to go?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do you want to go back to the mafia? Do you want to go back to, any odd government subsidy that happened that somehow produced meth labs and like how far back do you really want to go
Sean
in
Penn in
this?
colors.
Straight up.
I don't have those references.
Let's take it back to the
Shout
80s.
out to shout out to people who
Upset.
know what the hell they're talking
Man,
about. 'Cause
you need to watch that movie.
Wait, and Mario was second best soundtrack song ever.
Yeah.
How to Survive in South Central would be the first. So I say Colors is the second best
I know that.
soundtrack
Colors.
song. of
Colors
all
has to
time.
be second.
Colors.
And then
Colors.
probably Menace.
Colors. See, I know that.
Menace has a good soundtrack.
Straight up minute. Well, yeah.
So, I like that
Oh,
one.
this
I
show's
like that
about to
one.
be taken over by Music
I
Talk.
like that one.
So let's get into our guest today. Let's really talk about Trek Life
so-
music. Hold up. I'm going to do this
Wait,
for
hold
the
up.
people.
That councilman, he wanted to run the city and the block then.
Oh, he wanted to run the city.
He wanted the money from the high and the low. Like, I'm taking all y'all.
Because he saw people do that before him. Though.
Exactly. See?
People was doing that before him. They've been running the city in the block. It ain't gotta be cannabis or anything that was previously illegal. Man, this is the ability to open up more restaurants in the area than requested. It's the ability to open up a liquor store when you want to open up a liquor store. It's the ability. If you got the dough and the councilman in your pocket, you good.
And,
And
what we
they
call
got
it
caught.
legally is lobbying.
That's why when I run for city council for Walnut, I'm going to be a good guy.
We call it legally lobbying. Okay?
Well,
That's
sure.
the term that we use for it.
Exactly.
Back to the
Understand
intro.
that. No, I mean, I was just, y'all went right into music because I
I
already
did.
knew it was about to do
I
that.
already knew it. I already knew it.
I just want to let the people know that, like, okay, so Track Life,
Message.
I'm going to read your bio because it's just well done. All right, so this is what we do. He's a well-respected MC from West Covina, y'all. If you know, me and Mario, Walnut, Hacienda Heights, West Covina, SGV, like, this is our spot. So we were not only neighbors, but he's well known for his commanding voice, his energetic shows, and his raw lyrics, which we will talk about these raw lyrics because I have a favorite. I'm very excited.
been
He's
singing it all day.
I've been singing it all day. Not singing, rapping it.
Rapping. My bad.
He's-
You were trying to sing it, though. Don't lie.
I was trying to sing
Yeah.
it. I'm going to put a little back to it. We might do a remix on this Eat More Chocolate song. That's what we're going to talk about. So,
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's about to get real. Trust me. It's about to get real.
all right, so 5 full-length projects over your career, which is definitely not over. Collaborated with artists like Oddisee, Rhettmatic, Aloe Blacc, right? Many of our favorites and so many more. And most recently, which I know about, you stepped in front of the camera. And you're hosting The Family Room on Twitch and elsewhere. And then Rap Sucks Radio, which I'm a subscriber. I'm a fan. Laughing my ass off. Listen to the show when you're high because that shit is... Why are you trying to burn my silky robe?
That shit would have burned up too.
The hazards of hot smoke. Anyways, even a Laker post-game rundown, which what's in the box, Trek, right?
Oh, I can't wait.
So welcome to the show, Trek Life.
I want to formally invite myself to What's in the Box one day.
Yo, you know what? Let's do it. Next season, yes. What, December after December? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm in.
This right here, number one Laker fan right here. Like,
still
call me crying over Kobe. Do that. Go ahead. You gotta do that.
I'm good.
Come on now. Don't start crying.
I'm not gonna cry.
He's even got Kobe on his arm.
Like, Mom over here. And then, you can't wait to see it go this way. See.
Listen, so let's get into this. We talked about the music, all right? The last album was 2013, right? That is
correct.
Hometown Foreigner, which the name, y'all, take a minute. Hometown Foreigner.
Fresh.
Think about it. It's very cerebral. Trek is very cerebral. What does it mean to feel like a foreigner in your own hometown?
Hometown.
Yeah. So I know.
Oh.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Uh-oh.
I lost y'all for a second. Okay,
we're here. Okay. But on that album, everybody, he's still here?
Sorry.
He's still here?
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
He's still alive. But on that album, there is a song that I really like. I meant to download it. You gotta find that real quick and play it for us.
I got it right here. I got it on deck. My favorite is What Y'all Know.
Oh, okay. So Mario's favorite is What Y'all Know. I'm gonna read some lyrics. Okay, so this song is called. Actually, no. Should I say it? You want to play it? How you want to do it? Get it up there.
I want to hear you rhyme. I want to hear you rhyme it. I actually want to hear you. Yeah.
Right? She was talking all that crap. Oh, I was rapping it.
Yeah, you said you was rapping. I want to hear this. Right? I gotta hear the remix version.
Okay, here we go. You love him. She don't even really like him. Every chance she get, nitpicking, fighting him. Publicly, you wouldn't even know they were an item. From certain groups of friends, you always try to hide him. I can't understand why people settle for less than they want and get mad when they ain't getting more. And treat love like it's some great metaphor. When it's real simple. You're either down with them all, you're not, and on the real, that's the prereq. Hello. That's my extra right there.
Hello.
He on his grind, but she's showing little respect. He break his back for her, but she regret not having a ball and living large off a million checks. Now she on Facebook reminiscing with her ex. That shit is dumb. You should have been left. Instead of complaining about what he's not, shit, let the nigga roll, bitch. Eat more chocolate. Just eat more chocolate. Damn.
I did that. Wow, look at
One
you.
of the rare occasions
Look
where I
at
will
you.
ever use
I am
that.
so
Very.
proud of you right now.
Okay, so.
That was fresh.
No, I need some applause for that shit, y'all.
Remix.
First she was singing 50 Cent earlier. Now she, oh, look at you.
Earlier,
You're
I
like
was
2
on
for
some
2.
50
Look at
Cent,
you.
like, I want some good shit today.
No,
Okay.
that's when I got here.
I was inspired because you were coming on the show, Trek. Real talk, you did say something. I want to make sure that the fans and the people watching hear that because that is on my agenda to make sure I point out. Yes, I said bitch. Yes, I said nigga. Yes, that's in your lyrics. But the first thing out of your mouth right now, brother, was that is one of the rare occasions that I would use that word.
Yes, it is. One of the rare occasions.
So I want to ask you, which word are you talking about, bitch or nigga?
Well, in rhymes,
talk about the use of it, the meaning, yeah.
In rhymes, nigga will come out more often than you probably hardly ever hear me say the word. My daughter's up there, so I'm not gonna say it out loud. My daughter's right behind me. So so what the B word?
Yeah.
But I thought it was appropriate in that song. So here's the ill thing. If you ever hear me do a relationship song, the roles are actually reversed. So when I'm speaking on the woman's behalf, it's usually a story I know that was actually a man. You know what I'm saying? So to hide the identity of the person, I always kind of switch the roles. So
really?
those songs, if you reverse them, it's the love them, she don't even really like them. It's really a situation about, combined situations about some brothers I know
Yeah.
women working really hard for them, and they were acting like they were missing out on life, while their wives or girlfriends were working really hard on their behalf.
Showing up,
And
showing up. Yeah.
So almost every time I'm reversing the conversation, not even almost every single relationship song I've ever written, I've reversed the roles. So
That's cool. That's
so
profound.
awesome.
There's how cerebral he is. No, that's very profound because one, it protects, like it makes people feel safe, but two, it's really clever. And I think it helps us to see the dichotomy that exists within all of us. Like we commonly talk about what it means to be a man or a woman versus male versus female energy, right? Or how we express ourselves.
That's true.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah,
so
and I think
I like that.
one of the things that we do this thing about how people respond emotionally to things based on their gender, right? Like, just go back to high school. You had your ideology of how somebody reacted when they were broken up with versus somebody else, right? But as you start to listen to people's backstories, you find that emotionally it crosses. You know what I'm saying? You can hear about the times that some young lady went crazy and drove to some dude's house and parked in front of his house for hours, which is typically a thing.
Why you pointing at me though? Why you pointing at me? I only kicked his van that one time, and that motherfucker deserved it.
Shit, I was just playing. Damn, calm
Seriously?
down.
I just had PTSD right now. Had a
You
little
need
trigger
this
moment.
shit.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Good Lord, here.
And in contrast, you hear of moments where a dude might have listened to slow jams all night and
He
Listen,
crying and shit. He balled up on the couch talking about why my baby done left me.
It happens,
Country
but that's
music
not
back
typically how we assign those things to gender. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I like to reverse the role and just kind of be like, look, this actually happens to everybody. It's a way to go.
Cry.
You cry all the
I do,
time,
I cry
Paul.
all the time.
It's just wonderfully.
I'm a sensitive thug.
It's so profound, the way you express it, the lyrics and the music. I loved it. I could identify. I was like, I assumed you were talking from one woman to another even in this verse. Like, I would be saying, let that nigga roll, bitch, eat more chocolate. Like, I would say that to one of my girls. So, yeah, I wasn't offended by the word bitch, but when I rapped it, I heard it in your voice. And so I had to address, like, yo, you wrote that. And I love that. Thank you for honoring that. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You said your favorite song is
What Y'all Know.
What Y'all Know. Why is it your favorite?
Just this flow is so crazy on it. That's when I first met, like, really knew who Check Life was. Like, ooh,
Yes,
that
What
shit's
Y'all Know.
banging. Like, ooh, and then the cover, ooh,
The artwork.
ooh,
Yeah.
bang.
Word
I'll
up.
tell you that right
Thank
now.
you. Thank you.
2013.
What's up? Yeah, 2013. Yep.
Yeah, no, see.
So,
Yeah.
like this there is this thing about your voice, which, ladies, listen, he is married, he got kids and shit, but listen.
I'm not sure that it's ever had that type of appeal, but thank you.
No,
man. I
your
appreciate
voice is like legit nice. Like, I listen to it, you're articulate.
Smooth.
Yeah, smooth. Yeah. It's the flow. You might become one of my favorite rappers. It might be happening.
Word.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Nice.
No, for real. Like, I was like getting into it. Like, I was like learning lyrics today. Okay,
I
so
know, I'm telling you, I walked in and you're like, look.
I have no idea. Okay, I've been listening to Rap Sucks Radio because of you. I haven't really heard you talk too much about rap. So I realized it's a podcast. What was the inspiration for Rap Sucks Radio, and who's the audience?
We are so the audience. Okay, perfect question.
It's hilarious as fuck.
The inspiration for the show will be revealed on the 100th episode. So we decided, we're on episode 76, and on episode 100 we'll explain why we call it Rap Sucks Radio.
Awesome. I'm there.
I asked a question that has not yet been unveiled. That is good journalism.
See, you're killing it. That's what I'm talking about. This is what we're supposed to be doing. But the audience, man, is so we were all educated through hip hop, like different from our parents' generation.
Yeah,
they were educated through music as well, but hip hop was something a little different. It was more of a direct news network of like what's going on. Yes, it's like to me, hip hop is a conversation. Like if I called up Mario, like, yo, what's going on over there, man? I'm hearing about like folks is telling me that fireworks is going off, is it fireworks and gunshots, and Mario says, yo, they tripping over here. That's hip hop. Like hip hop is a conversation between various neighborhoods and blocks. So we've gained this information and access to information before the internet, right? Before the internet, Cube was telling you what it was like in South Central, and Scarface was telling you what it's like in Houston, and G-Rap was telling you what it's like in Queens, right? So you have this massive amount of information. So it's for the audience like us that are not only maybe self-educated or college educated or literary educated, but also hip hop educated, combining all of those things into our perspective of the world around us right now. Voting, what it means to us, what it means to be a proud Black person in America. Is that even possible? Is it even possible to be a proud minority in America? Like things of that nature. So that's the inspiration.
Yes, it's possible.
Yep.
Hey, it's
I feel like I own this shit. I'm just saying, like,
well, see, that's the interesting thing, though, right? Like one person might have a completely different perspective on that, and a lot of that would come from the music that we listen to and the way that we were educated and the types of homes we grew up in and our connection.
About something that we talk about a lot on the show, and it's the culture in context.
Right.
There it is again.
She puts it one way, I put it another. We love it. Right?
That's his definition of culture in context.
There it is.
That's
the best way.
That's the MC's definition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, you put it one way, I put it another. Boom.
MC like Mario Chavez. See, you like that.
Oh, MC
Mario
around. Chavez. Oh, it's all okay.
I use your power.
I love that. All right, y'all. So these are some nuggets. Here's the gem. The gems are being dropped, right? Just keep on like, there it is. Ding.
I want to ask you, like, do you have one favorite song that you made, like, out of all your catalogs, or is there just
Good question. Yeah.
Yeah, the title track, "Hometown Foreigner." That was my that's my favorite song. Cause
awesome.
So here's the thing about that song. I try not to create enemies or be upset with people. The record industry is just a difficult place. It really is. People don't know how they're going to make their next check. It tends to be a little more cutthroat, and sometimes people act a certain way. So the opening line to that was really the summation of my career to that point. People kept asking me, yo, how come you haven't worked with this rapper or that rapper? So I explained it. I said I gave niggas free time and free verses. When it came back around, they couldn't return it. When I see them out now, they need to be worshipped. And that should answer your question of why don't he work with. So that ended
I was ready to do that lyric, but like you beat me to it.
So just for that, it kind of explained the Hometown Foreigner concept being, the Hometown Foreigner concept altogether, like being a Black kid, Black man from the suburbs.
In America.
City, and Black man in America in general.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? A 5'8" dude on the basketball court. Like all of it.
Just the metaphor. The metaphor
from
for
being
like
a youngster until now. It's just it's
from,
the same, right?
Just
but
feeling
different,
like you don't belong or you're not supposed to be where you are, and like the whole spectrum of that, right?
But having the whole appearance of belonging, though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Having looking the part, feeling the part in a sense when you go outside, but then looking around and being like, yo, for some reason I just don't feel connected to this.
Yeah, y'all, we're not on the same frequency, right? Yeah. Yes. That's deep. There it is again. That's a re-roll. Message or gem dropped.
Gem dropped. That's a good one. I like that one.
So we talked about Rap Sucks Radio. I mean, Rap Sucks. Yeah, Rap Sucks. It doesn't suck. It just feels weird saying Rap Sucks Radio, but that's the name of the show.
You have one of my favorites too on the Bishop Lamont.
Oh, the Everything joint with Cardinal Official. Yeah.
And I seen you interviewed him too, right?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that too. That's awesome.
I love that.
That's awesome. That guy is one of my favorites. Man. I just get on depth.
Some quality, yeah. I mean, some quality.
That dude's energy is amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He's an amazing person to be here. He's crazy, actually, but
he's crazy,
but in a good way.
You have to be crazy to be amazing.
Yeah,
that's what I tell my husband all the time. You have to be crazy to be amazing.
100% crazy right here.
Okay, so I do want to ask you really quick about Kevin. Like Kevin, your co-host on the show. Like, first of all, dude is hilarious.
Yes.
Okay. The vibe of your voices, talking about frequency, I can listen all day. I love to listen high because when I'm elevated, I slow down a little bit. So I'm able to receive all the little gems y'all drop. And you're funny as hell and super intelligent. But is Kevin your friend? Like, he's a homie? How'd you find him?
He's one of my best friends.
We
met back when you and I reconnected because we were both in the music scene. That's around the time me and Kev actually met. We started a label together, Timeless Music. So my first records, we were business partners, and we just remained close friends. I was the best man at his wedding. emceed his
Oh,
wedding,
beautiful.
Oh, that's the
his
day one.
reception. So yeah, that's my guy. It's
That's
one of
what
my
we
closest
do.
friends.
That's what we do.
This is one of my
Right?
closest friends right here.
Talking about a day one right here. So y'all, Trek and I
On the
go back
connect.
to like when we were 15, and
Yes.
we're connected through my now tech crew and business partner Bobby, who's over here. Y'all can't see
Bobby,
him, but he
man,
makes all
that's
this
my
possible.
guy. It was so good to see
Yes.
him. Man.
His sister is one of my best friends who grew
Bobby
up
the
together.
Filipino.
His wife of 23, almost 24 years. I was in their wedding. I've known her since we were 5 years old. He now works with me. I mean, that's how we
Nice.
do. So
Nice,
this is,
yeah, keep the family out here. That's
Love
this
that.
area though, right? Like this
Yes.
this area, you make lifelong connections that you can always kind of go back to. That's what I love about this area between the
I feel like
water.
now, like, oh, I can hit up Trek Life. Like, what up, my man? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
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 Bam, there it
Okay,
was.
so let's move into that because we're gonna talk about the family room and personal life a little bit. So because you're
Give me
you're
that.
talking about
Quit hogging
area
that
where we
shit.
live, who we are. The family room has an obvious name.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real quick, go back real quick. Y'all need to follow rapsucksradio.com. That shit is hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, yes. All right. The family room. The family room, is it really about like who you invited? Tell us why. Like, it's different than Rap Sucks Radio. You are entertaining guests on a screen. I've been on the show. I'm going to tell you, I've been interviewed a lot. It was, and I told you this, and I'll stand behind it, one of the best interviews I've ever been a part
Thank
of.
you so much.
That's
Thank
what she
you.
was telling me too.
Yes. Like, just,
Right,
I mean,
right when you guys ended, she called me.
yeah, I felt
Literally.
like you saw me, you knew what you wanted to talk to me about, and you chose me for a reason. So
I did.
let's talk about that. What's the family room all about?
The family room is okay. So it's funny, man, because every time these questions keep having these things, and I'm like, do I want to say that? So being in music is
It's the intraweb. You can say whatever you want, but it'll be there forever.
true. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give a couple people some L's. Like being an MC, you go through a lot of bad interviews. Like radio interviews can be pretty bad.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get to talk about the record if you want. You know, so when the family room came about, we got all this time, and I'm like, yo, I have all these people that I speak to on the internet occasionally, and I have all this interest in what they do and why they do what they do. So, yo, I want to ask the right questions. I want to get people to know, like, actually know who I interview by the time they're done. You know what I'm saying? And you can choose how much more information you want from them after I'm done speaking to them, right? So, and then, you know, it's my family's involved. My daughter was behind the camera. I taught her OBS, and you know, in the original episodes,
Probably knows more than you.
Shut up, Lindsay. She probably knows more than
Probably
me.
does know more than you.
You know I'm all about family, okay? Because my kids,
Yeah.
my three kids, like, real talk, my three kids, that's my kids' business. Like, I started it. They were like, we want to start a business. Mom, we want to make some T-shirts. Let's say some positive stuff on it. And then I was like, okay, we're going to do this. Like, so I did not know your daughter was behind the camera.
That was,
Like, she
that was
so
the
dope.
initial
Yes.
thing.
Shout out
Prior
to
to the
that.
interviews, I was performing, so I hadn't interviewed anybody yet. So the first 3 episodes were just me performing songs that I felt like people just hadn't heard. You know how many people do not know that I rap? Like, it's interesting to me. They'd be like, yo, Trek, so
Yeah.
what do you do? And I'm like, yo, I've known you for 20 years. What do
like,
you
I did
mean?
not know.
Check this out.
I have 5 full-length albums.
So, I mean, I guess I don't walk around broadcasting it in a sense, but so that's how it started. And then I started thinking again, how many people do you guys need to know? You know what I'm saying? You guys need to know who Miss Kindness is. You need to know who Bishop is. You need to know Jansport J. You need to know these people. Like,
Yeah.
there are people that are functioning in your society around you that are doing some of the illest things. And we're all disconnected from it because the internet is so vast and we're all really active in the world.
And
But
the
it's like,
algorithms are so specific.
yes, they really are. They really are. So that's really the concept. But the title, The Family Room, was literally because my family was involved. Like
I
my
love
kids
it.
were involved. My little girl, my youngest, would just walk behind the camera while I was rapping. Like I just wanted it to be a comfortable
So
environment.
dope.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
It's
love
so
the
cool.
logo too. The logo's awesome.
Logo's
Oh,
dope. The
thank
show's fun. There's his voice again. You know what I mean? The thoughtful questioning. It's like I'm being hypnotized by his voice.
We need some. Oh, you need that on a hoodie. That'd be sweet.
Ooh, write it down. Write it down. Write it down.
Yeah.
That's
No,
mine.
I meant,
That's
no,
mine.
I meant his
That's mine.
His logo on a hoodie.
Oh, okay. You can have it. You
Get
can
out
have
of
it.
here.
The Family Room, the hypnotizing voice.
There's
Wait,
another
right?
Jim. Ding.
Oh, wait. Speaking of clothing, I see Trek Life in these clothings all over the place, and I'm like, man, give my boy credit.
That is a brand, right? That's a clothing brand, right, Trek?
So
Is it-
I know.
H&M.
I know. I
Yes,
see.
let's talk about
H&M
let's talk
stole
about
my logo.
SEO.
I seen it. I hate to bring it up, but
Nah, it's all good.
fuck you.
Yeah,
H&M.
it's yo, for real.
Yeah, fuck you, H&M.
For real. No, they stole the logo straight up and down. So we're in a trademark battle right now.
Winning,
Yeah.
winning.
That's all you have to say.
I got all kinds of IP attorneys
Hey, but
if you need some help. Cause fuck that
bastards!
shit.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah,
I was like,
which is
'cause
crazy.
I seen the logo and I was like, man, that looks way too
not
familiar.
right.
Like, come on, get out of here.
It was wild, man. I had people hit me up on Instagram with pictures like, yo, man, I bought your hoodie out in like Sweden. I'm like, yeah, that's not mine. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, but
so
that's
yeah.
pretty dope though. They hit you up. You're like,
Ooh, Trek,
damn,
get
that's
your
pretty
money.
cool. They think it's mine though.
Listen,
You know,
get your
like
money.
that's pretty
No,
dope.
no, that shit ain't
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
H&M is making a lot of mistakes lately, though. A lot
Oh,
of shit
yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah, they've been tripping quite a while. But
For a minute, yeah.
to Mario's point, it's a surreal, it's a messed up feeling. Like you're happy that people are
Yes.
want the
Acknowledging
name
you,
and like the
like-
logo, but it's like,
Yeah.
where's my brand? Where's my connection? I want to connect to those.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, when I read about that, I was like, oh, I know he's pissed. Oh,
Oh, man, I can't even.
Yep.
I can't even.
It's like working in cannabis and then getting famous for getting arrested in cannabis. You know, it's like kind of.
It's like,
That's
yeah,
true.
what?
That is
True.
very That is very
Unless you're a councilman.
Unless you're a councilman. Do-do-do-do.
You're gonna get caught someday, buddy. I wonder what he's thinking right now. Like,
Oh my God,
I'm-
he's chilling right now.
I'm
He's like,
done.
nah, I put those paper bags already away. That shit's gonna pay for me to get off. That's
Oh,
all
he's
he
got
thinks.
money in
Nobody got
Mexico. You know he
arrested.
does.
He's
Talking
thinking,
about family.
damn, I wish we voted for Prop 25 so I wouldn't have to pay for this. That's what he's thinking. Like, yo.
Okay, y'all, pay attention. We're in California, so if you are not watching this in California, he's talking about Prop 25 in California, and Californians missed the goddamn bill. Okay, they missed it. They missed it. Google it. Look it up. I'm not going to talk about it because I
No
don't
politics.
get mad
No
on
politics
Tuesdays.
today.
Okay, I don't get mad on Tuesdays. Let's move forward because he talks about the family room. I want to talk about family life a little bit. You already touched on the fact that you're at home, you're with your kids. I know that's what you're doing. But there's something that I really want to call out because in order for us to take you into the next phase of this interview where we indoctrinate you into the rolling circle of trust, I need to know the answer to this.
You're almost
All right?
there. You're almost there.
All right.
You have very vivid dreams, I understand.
I do. Yes, I do.
What do you do?
Like, wait, like crazy dreams? Like,
Like,
You want to ask because I know he has vivid dreams. I know because I share that with him, and I've listened to his interviews. I have some crazy ass dreams.
yeah.
You want to ask him something? Because
like monster shit or
Like-
like
tell
Yeah,
us
yeah,
about
like,
your vivid dreams
like
and tell us how
apocalyptic.
you use them.
I hate to say, it, but like some porno shit, like monster
Like-
shit, like
No.
some race
That-
car
that-
shit. Like, I'll be
Yeah.
toys. Like, come on, I want to know.
I wish it was race cars and toy. No, it's apocalyptic. Sometimes like straight to end of the world. Sometimes like demons type, and spirits type things.
Oh,
like
the
it's
demons get me.
and I've
That's
had
the
them
ones.
since I was like 7 or 8 years old. And my grandmother, shout out to rest in peace to my granny. They from Louisiana, so it's a if anybody who knows about Louisiana, it's some far left stuff. That,
crazy out
that
there.
gets
Bachelor
discussed.
family plantation, Gilmore, Louisiana. My family goes way back. Currently tracing my lineage. Just found some paperwork, sales documents. Same hood. We from the same hood. I've been
Same hood,
having
same.
sleep paralysis, or what we like to call it. I don't like to call it that, but I like to call it sleep paralysis because the scientific name makes me feel more secure with what's actually happening.
Wait, what is so? That
That's
was
true.
the thing.
What was it?
My
What was it
family
called in
called
our house?
preacher's
Yeah.
nightmares. In my house, they were called preacher's nightmares.
They were
Okay.
called preacher's nightmares in my house too. I just didn't want to say it out loud right now because
Mine was La Llorona.
because that's La Llorona. La
That
Llorona.
was ours.
Yes, yes.
That was
It's
us.
the same. It's a very similar concept. The only difference is the dreams are varied. There's not one singular, like La
Figure in the
Llorona.
dreams. Yeah.
Not one
So
singular
you're
figure.
frozen. You're frozen in your body. You can't move, and that's because of something
Oh, yeah.
physiological that's happening. But
Right.
what we are taught culturally by our families, and I'm gonna tell you, Trek, we're in here. I still have sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned to deal with it. You talked in the episode that I listened to about that, about how you have to like relax into it. I have actually through hypnosis, a lot of visual imagery practice, learned how to really activate like my subconscious and in my dreams almost control them. So I'm a very vivid dreamer. I love that. I love that about you, that we also share that.
Do you sing that
We've
song
been
like
kindred for a
Dogface?
minute, though.
For a minute.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do your kids have it? Do they tell you, we dream like this, we have this?
My 5-year-old, of course, cannot express it as of yet, but she might be the one to have it. My 13-year-old is aloof. I don't even think she can have.
You don't even think she likes you. She probably doesn't even like you.
Yeah, I sometimes I don't even know she's really here. But my 5-year-old, she definitely seems to have some pretty strong dreams. So
Wow.
we'll see. Because I wasn't really aware of them until I was like 8 or 9, or 7 or 8.
That's
So.
DNA. I remember them from very early on, which is funny.
The only strong dreams I ever had was just seeing like people that passed away, like Emerson. And
Yeah,
that's
but,
probably like the
you're
only
boring.
ones.
Your
Like
life is boring.
I'm not like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, come on now, you can't do
Come
that.
on, man.
MC, like, MC
Come
with
on.
the Kobe tattoo. That's not a boring life. That's a definitely
I'm
exciting.
not a boring life. Come on.
All right.
Well, my life is kind of boring, dog. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
know what? You've been so open with us today. You have been so wonderful. We would like to formally
Boring
invite
life?
you.
Jesus Christ.
I love you.
Jesus.
I know. He's gonna be all hurt after the show.
Man,
We're
watch
talking
it.
about this in the after show. Oh God.
Hurry
I'll
up,
call
come
the
on, no
counselor.
spring.
You have been so wonderful on the show. We officially want to invite you to join us in the
Rolling
Circle of Trust.
You gotta join it, bro.
How does this work?
Ooh.
All you have to
All right,
do is
so-
answer 4 questions.
But they gotta be off the dome. Like you can't think. It's just boom.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Pure candor, like no thoughts about it.
You know what?
All
Hold
right?
up. You know we still never done ours.
We haven't. We still need to do that.
I think
We're
we
gonna
should.
do it in the back seat of my car.
Do it like
Oh,
a.
that didn't sound right. That did
That
not.
did not sound right. At
Oh
all.
shit! That was all the way wrong.
Got
Okay.
run now. Is there a rewind button? Does anybody have a
Cut that
rewind
out
button?
in post. Cut that out in post. Oh shit!
You're fucking crazy. What the fuck is wrong with you? Question number 1. Hilarious, dude.
Bro, come on, I'm done. We talked about, okay, y'all, I'm gonna fix this real quick. I just bought a new car that has 3 rows. You could sit in the back seat. We could record.
So we were saying, like, we
talked
should
about
do
how
like
cool
a,
it would be to
like a
be having somebody
taxi
driving
cab
us
confession,
around.
talking
Taxi
about-
cab confessions.
Have you
We were
ever
gonna-
been in a situation where
Yeah, we
explaining
have.
it makes it worse?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
when you just got to
hilarious.
take the L, like, all right, L. All right, done.
Look at it. All right, let's get you into the rolling circle of trust track.
Hilarious.
Okay, let's move
All right, let's
forward.
do
Are
this.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Number 1, what's the first thing you do in the morning when you wake?
Open up my phone and read the news.
That's that thing. We need to help people with that.
Yeah, it's a horrible
No.
habit.
Mm.
Horrible habit. But it's the first thing I do.
It is a new habit. It's something necessary. That's the life we're living. It also probably lends to how intelligent you are because you're taking that data early. I would suggest that you start with a glass of water.
It's the smart. You are absolutely right. I will try that starting tomorrow morning.
There it is. I got a commitment. I'm gonna text him at noon
Just
and
stick
check.
with your phone, bro.
All right.
I'm gonna report back my failure.
All right, I
Let
wanna
you
hear it.
know
I wanna hear it
that
too.
I failed at it, but I will try it.
All right. Number two.
What's your favorite strain of cannabis?
So I'm not super familiar with it. So
What do you like?
mean,
Like, you like to
does
be like
chronic
super blown,
count?
or do you like?
Oh, he said does chronic count? That is so cute.
That's
Okay.
why we are in that same era.
all right. Yeah, I mean
Does
that's
chronic count? So
Yeah.
okay, so what you're saying
Hell
is
yeah, it does,
you're not
shit.
a connoisseur. You don't be like picking the strains. You probably don't use cannabis that much. I suspect less. You smoke it less since you've had children. Do
Right.
you still consume cannabis? Is it a part of your
CBD.
wellness practice?
CBD.
Okay. Oh, so
Yes.
he takes CBD
Let us
every
know.
day?
Maybe 3 times a week.
Very good. Very good. Should be regular doses, full spectrum. Excellent.
I got some electric kush. I'll let you know.
And some chronic if you need it.
No, it's CBD though. It's CBD.
And some chronic if you need it.
All right, fair enough.
Plug.
Fair enough.
Plug.
All right, number 3. What would your superpower be and why?
The ability to fly, which is really, really corny, right?
But
But sometimes I like to escape into my own reality, and the ability to fly away would be off the chain. But I also think, I know I'm supposed to do a quick short answer to this, but I also think
You can remix
that
it.
when people need you, it's better to be able to get there as quickly as possible, and the ability to fly would help that.
No, that's a why though, and that is an excellent freaking why.
That's why you wouldn't be that.
You know what? We've
That's
had
like the
two
best.
people say they want the ability to fly,
Mhm.
and they said about their needs. Same beginning reason, like quickness, leaving a space, getting away, but also currently it was reactive to their current state, COVID, right? Inspired. I can't see the people I love, so I'd love to be able to just quickly get to them. I really appreciate how you said, when people need me, I could get to them quickly.
Get to them as fast as possible.
Add that to the voice, y'all.
Shit, I told her I want to
Here we go.
teleport because I want to be gone.
Yeah, that would
Fuck
be
out.
even better. Like that's actually a smarter thing.
He's trying to leave though.
Shit.
His why was because when he gets in trouble, he wants to leave.
Gone.
Correct.
Go play
Accurate.
basketball. Gone.
Like I'm thinking, my initial thought with the ability to fly was when my wife asked a question that I really am not ready to answer. Like, yo, so, whatever. I'm like,
Teleport.
Or like just be able to like
Fold
chameleon into the wall.
Like chameleon into the wall.
That'd be
She'd
dope.
be like, where'd he go? I know I was talking to him.
like
part of the door.
my wife would be like, I know you went into that wall.
Like,
Yep.
his wife is Filipino. She'd take off her sandal and throw
I buy
that
a
shit. He would jump out of the wall.
I buy a poster like this already cut out, so I just stand there. Boom.
Number 4 track, and this one's just for you because it's special. We try to make the 4th one special. How do you feel about Common's new album, A Beautiful Revolution?
Have not listened to it yet.
Me neither.
Have not listened to it yet.
It's
And
in my playlist, but I haven't heard it.
haven't listened to that, nor have I listened to the Busta Rhymes record. I've been listening
Ooh, can
to.
I tell you?
Wait. I want to
Busta
know why,
Rhymes.
because that's your what?
Busta
It was
Rhymes
22
is banging.
songs. First
Okay.
of all,
Yeah,
but
it's really
second of
long.
all, new rappers, new music, new. I'm trying to check new people. You know what I'm saying, or people that are
They're
unfamiliar.
decent.
So
They're decent.
yeah, so that's also it. So when I do listen, so I heard the Busta Rhymes joint with Primo, just
Yes.
to know. But when I do listen to the Common record, I'll probably skim through it to see what I would want to play. Then I'll go back and consume it.
Got it.
There's
Okay.
one.
Can I throw a shout out there though, real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Not a shout out, but a shot. Also, I love Common, but there's been a lot of butterflies and peace and blessings. And I'm good with it, but you know what I mean, I need a little bit of a stronger. I need the chronic. You know what I mean? Like
I specifically
I'm
I want
Reggie
Common
Brown.
when I want
Listen,
Common
I'm
when
a
he
good
wanted to
journalist.
take
I
on
knew
Q.
that
That's the
question.
Common I want.
Peep this. I'm gonna tell you. Let's add something horrible to it, Mario. I'm gonna add something horrible to it.
Yes.
I'm about to make this real bad. Misogynist Common was better than enlightened Common.
Yes.
Like he was way better.
Yes. Drunk, smoking weed, probably. You know. Yeah.
Because it was more real in a sense, but it just seemed like he was more expressive.
Ladies, I hate to agree with this.
Yeah.
I
You
hate
better
to
agree with
agree
that.
with this,
You cannot disagree with that.
That's why I asked the question. Yeah.
Peace and blessings Common is like, yo, all right, man. I
Common,
get it.
we
man.
love you still though.
But listen,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
tell you
cool.
this: we still love you, Common. And for me, the album needs to be consumed at very specific times.
Okay.
Everything you said, I agree with.
All right, I'm gonna try. That's another. Both of those records are on my list to listen to.
Yeah.
When I actually.
You know what album
when
is
I'm
really
done
good?
listening. What's that?
Nappy Roots. It's called 40. Banging. Listen
Wait,
to
a
that.
new one?
Yes, listen to that.
Okay.
That album is pretty good. There's been a couple. There's this guy named
You heard it here.
Benny the Butcher.
Benny
Ooh,
Butcher's nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Benny Butcher's
There you
nice.
go.
His
Y'all
whole
trying-
album,
y'all
1 to
trying take over
12.
the show again with music. There you go. No.
We still haven't even talked about the Lakers.
Oh,
Miss
So, let me just tell you real quick.
You want to talk about taking over the show? We still haven't even.
I didn't want to do it yet,
I
but you know,
purposely left the Lakers out. Go ahead, Mario.
who do you think they're gonna bring, or who should they bring?
For
Because I
the
know you.
first
I want to
time,
hear
Mario,
because your answer is probably the same as mine.
You're gonna be so disappointed, man. For the first time in my life concerning the Lakers, I have no idea what they're going to do.
Exactly.
They have-
See, I told
they
you.
have-
Because AD can leave.
80 could leave,
Yeah.
but they're likely gonna re-sign AD.
Yeah.
But Rondo is under players option. KCP is under a players option. JaVale McGee, who he can
He already
bounce
said he's
if
gonna go. Yeah.
So that's fine. And there's another
We need to
Avery
bring-
Bradley's under players
We need to
option.
bring Boogie
So
back.
yeah, then you got Boogie to contend
Yep.
with. You got to replace JaVale McGee because he's likely going to walk. Do you go back and pick up Dwight Howard? He's going to want more money.
Yeah.
All these players are going to want more money because you won a
Because they
championship.
gotta
I have
bring- Yep.
idea. I have no clue.
So they can just base it off LeBron and AD and just go boom, right?
They probably could. They probably could.
Whatever, dude. You know damn well you like hearing this. But I think they're probably CP3 will probably be here. Watch. I hate to say it, but
Oh my God, it's so much money.
I know it is. I'd rather D
Are they
Rose. I'd
giving
rather have
any
D
of
Rose.
it to
D Rose type
reparations, black business, small
They
business?
did open the doors to voting. LeBron has opened his own school. The players that they pay have been doing things for the community. Let's come on. Let us have our moment.
Okay. Can I get some more
Okay.
wine on the set? Can I get some more wine on the set? I think it's in the fridge.
What about Caruso? Is he gonna stay?
He has no choice. He's
He has
under.
no choice, right? Yeah.
He's locked up. Yeah.
Hmm.
Him, Kuzma, and I can't think of the player off the top of my head, but they're all locked in.
Yeah.
They got one.
I know exactly what you're talking about. What's that fool's name?
What's that fool's
And
name?
obviously, it's not somebody.
It's not. Yeah, it's not
we-
really good. It's super good.
But Marcus Moore.
They're trying to
Marquise
get both
Morris
of
is
them. They're
gone.
trying to get both brothers though. I was reading this thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so if they get both, that'd be crazy.
So do you guys? Let me just ask a question.
I watch
you all
ESPN
just
every
sit-
day. Yes.
Okay. I
Yes.
was just gonna say, like, so a part of the news that when you check your phone in the morning, a part of that is ESPN.
No.
Oh.
What do you watch, or what do you look at for sports?
The off season is my least favorite time in sports reporting.
Because that's when all the
sports
news
reporting is already trash.
Because that's when
Let's-
all the
let's
best
just
news
be
is.
But it's like that Reggie.com is telling you what some dude is some NBA players can do. It's like, you don't know. You don't know what's going on.
Exactly. Stop it.
Yeah.
That's
So
why I tell everybody,
try-
man,
and
I didn't know I knew so many sports analysts. Good Lord. Jesus Christ. That's why I tell everybody, like, man, you serious?
That's exactly why I started doing What's in the Box. I'm like, let's talk about the things that we know.
Exactly.
These are the numbers. This is what happened in the game. This is what we know. But who such
We
and
all
such
watch
is
the
dating
same
and
game.
why they might because of it. I don't care. Like, you know what
Yep.
I'm saying? But what is part of my daily consumption is like Star Wars news. There's that. So I replace ESPN with everything Star Wars.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I replace everything with
It's-
NBA 2K.
He replaces everything with NBA 2K.
2K and Madden, I'm not going to lie.
Fair enough.
Shout out to
I'm
Mario,
with it.
though, who did just have a baby with his
Yes.
wife after 23 years of
Congratulations.
marriage. He has 2 adult children, 22 and 21, 23 and 21,
No, 22 and 20.
somewhere around there. Can we get the baby? Can we get the baby crying sound though? Because that's what's really in his life right now.
Nah, she's
Shout out to
Sad.
Mario,
She don't
though.
cry that. She don't cry that much.
She's a good baby. She's a good baby.
Now, okay, you lucked out.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
your
he
did
has,
your
like
Yeah.
built-in adult babysitters
Yeah.
and like friends who are now 20 years older and I'll babysit anybody. You know what I mean? Like you kind of win it when you have kids a little bit later. I think.
yeah.
Little Gianna.
Yeah, Gianna.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you, my
that's
man.
awesome.
Appreciate it.
Much blessings to the help.
You have the 2 girls, right?
Yes.
2 girls.
13 and 5.
13 and 5.
Ooh, the
Beautiful,
13-year-old is at the
beautiful.
age, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
She's
I feel for you.
like
I
I
already
said,
know.
she's aloof. She's very aloof,
Yeah.
but she's like me. She's cerebral. She retreats emotionally.
She'll tell you when
She's,
you're wrong.
You know, she well.
You know what I mean. You
We
know what I
both
mean.
don't
In their
like it.
words.
She might not. She might not.
In their
That's
words.
my daughter
No, in
too.
their words.
No,
Quiet,
I'm saying it.
cerebral, paying attention, but keeping it to herself. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's definitely not the keeping it to herself part.
Ooh.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
He's absolutely right. She's definitely like,
Right?
You said that the other day, and why? I'm like, yo, chill out.
No one needs to
You
know
what I
that.
mean?
No one need to hear that.
Yeah, exactly.
Shoe.
So,
Got it. Yes.
Chocolate.
I'm the mom.
yeah. But it's not like my 5-year-old. My 5-year-old their names is Sarai. The oldest name is Sarai. My youngest is Hayes. My 5-year-old is that's the performer. That's the one that's ready
my
for the
bad.
camera.
Like her daddy.
My
Yes.
daughter just texted me. She's 19.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's watching us right now. She's like, how do you not
Like,
know how old I
My
am, Dad?
bad.
I'm 19.
She's gonna be 20. Like, come
You
on.
saw it here. He doesn't.
My bad. She's gonna be 20 like in 2 weeks. Like, come on, I
Shout
rounded
out,
it up.
shout out to your daughter. Fathers forget ages after 18, 17. It's not. My dad
Shout
don't
out
even know.
to Lauren watching us on Twitch right now. Thank you, baby girl.
That's called support. See that?
Support.
19
yes.
is a brilliant year to enjoy it.
Right?
Man, this, like, I feel like every time we have a guest on, we can keep them all night. I'm so excited. It feels so much later than it is because it's freaking dark outside now in California, y'all. But we also have gone over. But this was well worth it. I am so grateful to have you on the show.
Yes.
This has been so fun. I am a fan. There's so many. Listen, people are gonna know all about you. We're gonna make sure that we share. We always want every guest that comes on the show to leave our viewers with something. It doesn't have to be cannabis related. It can be inclusive of whatever you feel. But a nugget, a gem. You dropped a lot. But what's the thing you want to leave them with tonight?
And where can they find you?
Okay. I'll start with where can you find me? You can go to Trek Life on Instagram, Trek Life Music on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. So it's either Trek Life on Instagram, Trek Life Music on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I've been dealing quite a bit with with time management and emotion. You know what I'm saying? Where anxiety comes from and how we can avoid being anxious. My wife taking on a new position at the job, or at least working and apply an application for that position. Myself managing a crew and a team, and then also doing music and Twitch and being full-time parents. My wife is amazing at it, so I get to be average at it. But with all that being said, just
Trek Life Music on Instagram and Facebook?
Everywhere.
Trek Life Music on Trek Life on Instagram, Trek Life Music everywhere else.
Right.
So I guess if I could leave anybody with anything, it is really, you need to take 10 minutes at the least a day to meditate and just slow your mind completely down. Because just the anxiety that a lot of us are feeling is because our minds are incredibly active. We're just constantly considering the next move and trying to figure out what we should be doing or shouldn't be doing and what went wrong and what's going right. And, life, if we're experiencing life, I'm 44 years old, and I know anybody listening from a 19-year-old to, you've got 19 years on this earth, that what happened yesterday does not always equate to a poor or great outcome tomorrow. So just take some time, take 10 minutes just to recenter your focus, and that'll help you with your anxiety. And I'm working on it too. So if you catch me on any of those, just be like, yo, Trek, you take 10 minutes, and I'm probably going to be like, no, and I got to do it.
Right now. What a beautiful, beautiful thing to leave our viewers with. I am a practicing Buddhist. I meditate every single day. This is a part of my lifestyle, Trek. Thank you for saying that out loud. Thank you for entering it into the conversation. Gems. Come on, gems. 10 minutes. That's called sneaking in silence. You do not have to meditate for an hour a day.
Smoke a blunt.
It's taking a minute, right? It's chewing your food slowly. It's giving thanks. It's being still. Man, that is so powerful. It's so powerful to come from a black man, from a human in America, from someone during this time in our lives, what we need to hear. It's empowering. I'm just so grateful. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for leaving us with that. Yeah.
Wow.
Anything else, Mario, that you want to ask from your friend? Because y'all just buddy.
That's my homeboy. What's up, Mario? What's going on?
When are we gonna do this? Anything you want to do, let's do it.
I'm in. Yo, when What's in the Box comes back,
anything you want to
do.
Let's do it. I'm down. I'm always down.
We're gonna jump on and talk about these Lakers.
Yes, let's do that. That's what I really want to do, and not those Clippers
right.
like my homie Dante on here talking about, little jerk.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, sorry.
Sure.
But the
sorry,
season passes to the Clippers are cheap. All right, y'all. Thank
No,
you
they're
so
not.
much. Trek, I want to say again, we want to welcome you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Next season, you'll be back. We're going to have a new format for revisits because every guest we had on, we've got follow-up questions for.
I'm on. I'm ready. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, my
Appreciate
man.
you so much. Thank you.
All right. What up?
Peace.
Peace.
Man, y'all, this has been what an amazing show. I'm going to just say again, y'all, follow www.epk-cbd.com and shopmytreekids.com. But, man, let's just move it forward. And
Coupon
say,
code Backpack Guy.
thank you. Coupon code the Backpack Guy. Look for it on social media at EBKMarioC1. This has been another amazing episode of Token Tuesdays. Next week, we have the Dank Duchess on the show.
Dank Duchess or blow up?
Dank Duchess is bomb. She makes hash. She grows her
Can we
own
get some
flower.
before?
Maybe we need to hit her up and be like, yo, we need some.
I
Right?
need a sample because, I need to see what you're working with.
We're here every week at 4:20 on Twitch, and then after you'll see us on Club Kindness. If you Club Kindness is YouTube. If you need to check on what you missed, but listen.
Don't forget, follow me at EBKMarioC1.
And Miss Kindness B, and I'm done. I'm off.
I've got another blunt. You down?
Time to smoke another blunt. You down?
Hey, we didn't even take a dab
That would
today.
be with hemp paper, though, y'all, because that's the best way to smoke your blunts. All right. Thank you for visiting us. Thank you for watching. It's Token Tuesdays. We out.
Peace.